It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Today we've got a beer from Guinness and it's a bottle of their Dublin Porter. Brewer's Source, 1796. 3.8% ABV. Here's the bottle cap. What they mean by Brewer's Source, if you're wondering, is that they've looked back through the dates, through the diaries to brew something interesting, and they've come up with an entry in 1796 for this Guinness Dublin Porter, described as sweet, smooth, with malt and dark caramel notes. So, why are they doing this? Why are Guinness doing this? Well, because I think there's a resurgence in porters nowadays. There's a lot of breweries brewing porters, great stouts. Guinness are known for their stouts, but if they've brewed a porter in the past and they want to reintroduce it, why not? Why not? So, let's get this beer out into a glass and see what you get. Loads of smoke on the opening. 3.8%, quite a session ABV strength. There's some confusion with porters in that this would be an original style porter where it's lower. Stout means strong. Stout, if you look in a diary, dictionary even, means strong. So porter was a London beer. It's a London variant of this stout beer, but it's slightly lower ABV. I think that's where they've gone. That's why they've gone a little bit lower. But this day and age, since craft beers kicked off from mainly 2007, 2008 onwards, that's when it really kicked on. I've been drinking a lot of porters up in the 6, 7, maybe even 8 above imperial porters. So there's a lot of flexibility in the ABV as to what, well, I suppose flexibility is the word. You don't have to brew a weak porter. You don't have to brew a strong porter. It's very open-minded. This one is 3.8% ABV, as I mentioned. Let's get the aroma. Well, first of all, let's not get the aroma. Let's get the look of the beer. So it's jet black in the glass, 1 finger of head. It's tan coloured. Not much in the way of carbonation, but I'm sure that'll be there in the taste. Again, another thing that interests me is it's not got that Guinness, where it all kind of does weird things in the glass, the old nitro version of the beer. I'm not really a fan of that. I prefer a beer to look like this. So let's get the aroma. Fair play. It smells very good. Picking up a nice fruity hoppy note. Big malt, toffee sweetness. And a hint of chocolate. This smells really good. I'm going to dive in. Cheers. Wow, the carbonation is really, it's one of them beers, and I had a feeling it would be like this. Guinness know how to carbonate a beer. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. It didn't look lively at all in the glass, but as soon as that beer hits the mouth, it really does explode on the palate. And it releases a lovely, it's a lot in the way of being a refreshing beer. A big drinkable porter that you could session. It's 3.8% ABV. You could sit in a beer garden and easily enjoy 3 or 4 pints of this. The flavours are great. They really are. Chocolate, coffee, caramel, subtle. It's not massive. It's a nice bitterness on the back end, but up front there's a nice sweetness, a nice malty sweetness, a breadiness to the beer. And considering how much beer Guinness produces, its famous Guinness beer, it proves that a good brewery can still roll back if they need to. I imagine this is a smaller batch. They're probably not producing as much as this, or anywhere near as the amount they're producing with regular Guinness. But hey, it just shows, I like history. I like the fact that they've got these brewers' logs. I was down in Shepherd Neame a couple of years ago, and when I brewed with them, I was signing my name in the log that I brewed a ginger porter. And this log went back as far as 1698 when they first started brewing. So essentially in 300 years time, someone could look at, who's this Simon Martin bloke? It's just a one-off. You got Stuart Main for the last 20, 30 years, and then you've got this one entrance of Simon Martin, and then it goes back onto Stuart Main. So it's, what I'm trying to say is it's history. These brewers have got history. They've got these logs which they can go back and refer to. This is probably a close resemblance of the beer back then. I'm not going to stand here and say that it's 100% that recipe from 1796, but they probably got damn close to it. I like it. I like it. Fair play. I'm going to enjoy this now. I'm going to take it out the garden, enjoy this beer. It's very tasty. Again, a breadiness to the beer, a sweetness from the malt, chocolate, coffee, caramel, but it's very subtle. It's very loose. It's very drinkable. It's not a big, fat kind of gloopy stout, gloopy porter. It's one that you can sit summer or winter and enjoy all day or all evening long. They've done a great job with this. I'm happy. I'm going to rate it now. I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10. It's an 8 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Considering it's 3.8% ABV, there's a lot of flavour, there's a lot of taste, there's a lot of complexity to this beer. Slightly vinous as well, I could call it. Yeah, that is Guinness Dublin Porter. Be sure to check it out. Thanks for watching. Put your comments in the comments box. Please subscribe to our daily beer reviews, and cheers.